So, it's my life will never be what it was supposed to be, and it's entirely because of the corruption.
Okay, he would never.
It's entirely because of the corruption of others, the wrongdoings of others, the incompetence of others. My life will never be what it was supposed to be. And it's hard to not just resign to working one job. It's hard to not be resigned to just working one job. It's hard to not be resigned to just accepting that I'm gonna have nothing, that I'm gonna live in squalor, that I'm not gonna have any friends, that anyone who talks to me is gonna try to take advantage of me, or they're gonna spend the whole time that they interact with me thinking that they're better than me or that I'm beneath them. It's hard to not just be resigned to my fate. It's hard to motivate myself to even come up with things that I can do to try to improve my situation, and then tell myself that it's worth putting the time into it, that there's not going to be some unforeseen road bump or outright failure. It's hard. It's hard to not it's hard to not just be resigned to my fate. It is incredibly arduous to come up with new ideas that I can try to improve my situation, because the thing is that I've put so much effort into having nothing. I've put so much effort and time into having nothing that it's hard to come up with ideas and try them without giving up before even starting, because I know that this is a system that has failed me, neglected me. I know that I'm surrounded by people that wish me the worst, that have no regard for me. I know that I have no sense of community or kinship with anyone in this country. I know everyone in this country is out to manipulate and come up with ways to try to make every other poor person around them beneath them. All of these poor people in the United States alongside me are not trying to improve the situation for everyone. They just want to try to exert control over the other poor people around them. They want to try to have influence over the other poor people around them. They want to think that they're the king amongst the other poor people. And instead of trying to make things better for everyone, trying to be an actual person, trying to be a member of your community, a lot of these people nowadays will not even respond to you while you're talking to them, okay? You could be talking, you could say something to someone nowadays, and if they're young enough, this is another thing that you YouTube viewers, when you're in real life, do. This is another thing that you YouTube viewers, you YouTube chat users, you internet chat users, this is another thing that you guys do that you think we don't notice. You TikTok watchers, this is another thing you guys do that you think we don't notice. You think we don't notice when when we're talking to you in real life and we say something to you and then you just don't respond, or you walk away after someone says something to you without responding. I mean, how cowardly. How cowardly are you guys nowadays? How cowardly are you TikTok users? Are you internet chat users? Are you YouTube chat users? To where I can say something to you and you don't even have the integrity to say that you don't want to talk to me. You don't even have the integrity to say that you don't want to talk to me. So here's the thing. There's several people that are younger than me that I've ran into in workplaces lately where I can tell they don't like me, but they'll still selectively respond to me and try to feign normalcy. And then it'll happen until I say the one thing that they've decided that they have a problem with, or they've decided that I'm weird for saying it. And then instead of saying anything to me, instead of saying that they don't want to talk to me, instead of giving me the implication that they don't want to talk to me, they'll just walk away like a literal coward. That's what you guys do now. You'll just walk away like a literal coward instead of saying that you don't like someone. This is what you people younger than me will do. You'll just walk away. You'll just walk away mid-conversation without saying anything. That's what you so-called people. That's what you so-called people do now when someone's interacting with you. That's what you so-called people do now. That's what you so-called people do now. You people who can't go your shift without listening to 10 TikToks 500 times throughout the duration of your shift, without listening to the same 10 TikToks and Instagram reels on a loop 500 times. You'll listen. This is what you guys do now instead of socializing. This is what you YouTube chat users and you TikTok users and you Instagram reel users that say you're on the internet, even though your idea of being on the internet is using mobile applications. That's your idea of being on the internet now, is using mobile applications. But this is what you mobile application users will do at work instead of talking to people, instead of having a sense of community, instead of getting to know anyone around you. You'll sit around work pretending you're interacting with the world, pretending you're living a day in the world, even though you're in your phone the whole day. You'll walk around with one earbud in, even though you're not supposed to do that. You'll walk around with one earbud in, ignoring everyone around you, not interacting with anyone, ignoring people that are talking to you, not making any connections or lasting relationships. And then you'll listen to the same 10 TikToks that are the exact same format and formula that the algorithm has given you. You'll listen to the same 10 TikToks 500 times through the duration of a 6 to 7 hour shift instead of interacting with the world. And then when people like me, the last normal people remaining, try to talk to you, you're going to either give me some short response, you're going to give me some non-response, or you're just going to outright not respond. That's what you people younger than me call living. That's what you people younger than me call living. That's what you call living. You call living not getting to know anyone around you, not interacting with anyone around you, not talking to anyone around you, and listening to the same 10 TikToks 500 times throughout the duration of your shift. That's your idea of living. Oh, I see I have no viewers again. What, did you guys get distracted by Subway Surfer narration short form videos? Did you get distracted by an enticing 9x6, less than a minute long Subway Surfer AI voice narration video? Did you get distracted by an anecdote set to the soothing tones of Subway Surfer videos? That's what you people do at work instead of both working and interacting with anyone around you. I'm living a life that's devoid of all purpose and meaning because you guys got distracted by Subway Surfer narration 9x6 portrait orientation Subway Surfer narration videos. Instead of interacting with the world around you, you guys sit in the literal workplace with your phone screen unlocked, watching Subway Surfer narration videos and Minecraft, modded Minecraft with like high resolution texture packs, like platforming custom maps gameplay. That's what you guys watch that 500 times. You guys will watch the same narration, the same format, the same voice, just on loop 500 times in the workplace instead of interacting with the world around you in any way, shape, or form. Instead of interacting with the world around you in any way, shape, or form, instead of making meaningful connections, you guys are so brainwashed into this mindset that the internet has instilled in you that you need to be a rude piece of shit. Okay? The internet has instilled this mindset in you that you need to be a smug, rude, vindictive piece of shit. And that's why you guys will, instead of interacting with people in the workplace, you'll sit there on your phones and watch Subway Surfer gameplay footage in portrait orientation 9x6 format, short form content, less than a minute, definitely TikTok or Instagram reels, and you'll sit there with your phone unlocked and listen to the same Subway Surfer video that's less than a minute long, that's clearly that type of narration video that's everyone's accidentally stumbled across because that market is so oversaturated. You guys are listening to anecdote videos. You guys are listening to videos that are anecdotes on a loop. You're listening to someone going, so I know this guy. I was at the park the other day and there was this guy and this guy said something profound to me. I'm going to tell you the story about what this guy said to me at the park. You're listening to literal and then everyone clapped fucking forum post put to a narration. You're literally listening to someone having a robot voice read fucking today I found out fucking Reddit post from like 2009. Okay, that's what you guys are listening to. You guys are listening to a fucking robot read forum post, and then the guy responded to it 20 years ago with, and then everyone clapped, because no one cared back then. It's what you guys are getting up to instead of interacting with people. And you wonder why I have nothing. You wonder why I have nothing. I have nothing Because instead of making this country habitable, instead of making this country a habitable place for everyone, you guys decided to be rude, vindictive pieces of shit to yourself, to your neighbors, to your co-workers, to your own family. You guys decided to be absolute pieces of shit instead of making this country an inhabitable place, instead of bettering the world. And because of your neglect and your inaction, and because of the fact that the United States is tied to global banking in a way that makes it to where if everyone around me is a lazy, vindictive, complacent in the corruption and the inadequacies and impotency of this country, because you guys are complicit in all this, and because you guys would rather watch Subway Surfer videos than interact with the world around you, and because of our country's ties to global banking in a way that makes it to where you guys doing this causes not only the world to suffer more, but you've caused me to live an entirely meaningless life. You've caused me to live an entirely meaningless life because you would rather watch Subway Surfer videos than interact with the world around you. I mean, it's not a maybe. It's not a maybe. My life was an entire waste of potential. And this country wastes potential, it wastes people, it wastes time. That's all the United States does. The United States is a giant waste. And because of the United States' role in global banking, everyone's life is a waste. So when you're being mean to me, you're kicking yourself. You're kicking yourself, because if things don't get better here for me, it's not going to get better there for you. The only way things will ever get better there for you is if you help me make this place better for everyone. So you're hurting yourself by fucking with me because of my country's role in global banking. If things aren't good for me, it's not going to be good for you because of my country's role in global banking. So you're not helping yourself in any way, shape, or form by kicking me for no reason. And neither is anyone else in my immediate area. I don't know if you realize that, and I think they don't want you to realize that, but the fact of the matter is that wherever you're located, because of my country's role in global banking, if things aren't good for me here, it's not going to be good for you there. So you're not helping yourself in any way, shape, or form. I just want you to know that. I mean, how many hours, how many hours of time do you think that, how many hours of its citizens' time do you think has been wasted? How much potential over the years do you think has been wasted because of the rampant corruption, impotence, and inadequacy of the powers that be within the United States power structure? Within the power structure of the United States, whatever you think that is, whatever that means to you, the fact of the matter is they've wasted tremendous amounts of potential, time, money, people, resources. How much time do you think this country is wasted? Because everyone who's ever lived in this country, okay, hold on, I gotta respond to a work text. All right, I'm back. Did you miss me? No, you didn't. Because you guys didn't even, you guys saw my YouTube short yesterday and you didn't even ask me if I was okay. You didn't even ask me if I was okay. I don't think you understand what knowing definitively what I've known my entire life does to a man's psyche. I don't think you understand that I've known this in my heart of hearts my entire life. You know, I've known in my heart of hearts my entire life that that this was the true nature of the world. I instinctually felt the truth of the world I instinctually felt the truth of the world my entire life, or like the truth about human nature, about the flaws of society, about how people will never work together, about how like people are always in it for themselves at the end of the day. Like I felt this my entire life, but to know definitively um, that none of this is my fault, to know definitively that none of this is my fault, to know definitively that this is all a result of the incompetence of the power structure of both my country and the world, to know that all of this is a result of the failures of everyone around me, and their inability to stick up for themselves effectively. I mean, you guys don't even think about sticking up for yourselves unless someone puts the money up for it. I mean, to know that the police that have been looking down on me my entire life, those are the same police that were defending the status quo. To know that my own federal police probably came to my house and harassed me because I've been right the entire time, because what I've been saying is correct. To know all of this, to know that I've never, had the familial feeling that I should have, or I've never had a feeling of kinship really with anyone. I mean, to know that the only people that have ever cared about me are the people responsible for my birth. I mean, to know that no matter how hard I try, I'm never going to live the life that I should be able to live. I'm never going to have the things that I should be able to have. I'm never going to have the opportunities that I should be able to have because of the corruption, the inadequacy of not only the police, but the elected officials, the people in finance and banking, the people in the military industrial complex, the people in the prison industrial complex. To know that all of these people's failures are the reason that I'll never have anything, are the reason that no one gives a fuck about me, are the reason that I have no friends, I have no sense of community in the place that I've lived my entire life. To know that all of this is entirely and 110% not my fault, because I've been speaking up about it my whole life, and I don't have to make some foolish sacrifice to make a statement that like it isn't going to resonate with anyone. Like I've spoken up about this my entire life, and that's all that one man is to do. That's all that one man is really obligated to do. And if no one if no one works with the man that is speaking up, which is what every man and woman or whoever that has spoken up about this shit, even if it's in one way or another, like that's all they're obligated to do. And then they're selfless, like they're blameless after that for any circumstance or situation of their life. I mean, I'm entirely blameless because I spoke up about this shit. There's so many people that were just creating division, not mentioning any of this at all. There's so many people, and I'm not saying that I didn't contribute to division, but like there's so many people that were entirely fine with the status quo continuing, and they just sought to cause division and chaos. So I mean, I don't know. I'm entirely blameless in this. I'm entirely blameless. And my life is a literal result of the corruption and incompetence of others. I mean, my life is literally a result of the corruption of others, the impotence, the inadequacy of others. And I don't know how to phrase it other than that. But everyone that's spoken up about this is entirely blameless, because that's all one person is obligated to do. I mean, that's really all one person is obligated to do. Um, the I saw someone, I overheard someone yesterday, I mean, sharing the same sentiment as me, but with different words. And they probably don't even have half as much of a clue as me. But like I saw someone, I saw someone or overheard someone yesterday saying exactly what I've been saying the entire time, which is that Southwest Florida is gone. Southwest Florida is gone. This place isn't what it was. Um, this is an entirely different place that has entirely forgotten its history. Southwest Florida has entirely forgotten its history. Um, everyone's left. Everyone that was in Southwest Florida that made it Southwest Florida, for the most part, is gone, have plans to leave, they're aging out. Um, there's some stragglers out there that were born in Southwest Florida and have grown up in Southwest Florida, but I mean, for the most part, those people are either entirely withdrawn, they're not sociable people. I mean, this place is gone. And I'm leaving it the first chance that I get, but this place is gone. It's not, probably was never, I don't know. This place is gone. It's entirely not my fault, um, that I'm in the situation that I'm in. I bear no accountability for the situation that I'm in. It's a complete farce that I'm in the situation that I'm in. And, you know, part of me, part of me wants to just continue working a job that's never going to pay enough. I want to, part of me wants to keep working a job that isn't going to pay enough, just to show the futility of it all. Just to show the futility of it all. Just to show everyone, um, just to show everyone that says, oh, just get a job. Oh, it's your fault. Oh, just do this. Oh, just do that. Part of me wants to keep working, just so when the inevitable happens, I can go see. It's all futile, but that wouldn't even prove anything to anyone. Everyone would just laugh at it. That's the cruel reality of it all. that's the cruel reality of it all, is that even if I proved a point by working the same dead end job until the inevitable, until what I've been saying this whole time happens, part of me wants to keep working a dead end job just to show all the people out there that say that it's a matter of working hard enough or it's a matter of trying hard enough, because I have a plan to get a job that pays enough. I have another plan to get another job that will, but this time it will just outright pay enough. Okay, part of me has a literal plan that I can follow through, and part of me wants to just keep working the same dead end job just to show all the people out there that say, oh, you can have a high school diploma and you just got to keep showing up and it'll work out one day. If you just keep showing up, it'll all work out one day. Part of me wants to just keep showing up, because the thing is that I've been showing up for years and I got nothing to show for it. The thing is there's been places where I keep showing up and I don't get anything for it. So part of me wants to just keep showing up to the same job just to show all the people that said that it's a matter of showing up, that it's not just a matter of showing up. It's not just a matter of showing up and trying, and doing the best you can. That's the reality. The reality of the situation is that, you know, there's no hope here for the kind of lifestyle that people envision being obtainable here. The so we are well aware that I was right the entire time. It is now undeniable that they're never going to pay you enough. They never had any plans of figuring out a way to pay you enough. They were never trying to figure out a way to pay you enough. The only thing they were trying to figure out is which one of your offspring they found most edible or desirable. That is that is what they were trying to figure out, instead of trying to figure out a way to pay you enough money to improve the standards of living for everyone. They were never trying to figure out how to improve the standard of living for you and your family, or for everyone's family, or even for their own family. No, they were trying to figure out how to get away with luring your offspring into being the main course of a feast for them. That's what they were trying to figure out. They were trying to figure out how to make fillets out of your offspring that they could then serve to their rich friends. That's what they were trying to figure out. They were trying to figure out which one of your offspring they wanted to what's it called? They were trying to figure out which one of your offspring they wanted to bear a child for them, so then they could then prepare the newborn and serve that as a meal to their rich friends. That's what they were trying to figure out. They were trying to figure out that instead of trying to figure out how to pay everyone the standard of living. That's what they were trying to figure out. So I say again that I am entirely blameless. I say again that I am entirely blameless for being in the situation that I was in, because I've tried more than hard enough to escape the situation that I'm in, regardless of what anyone says around me. I've tried very hard to escape the situation that I'm in, and I can now definitively say that I was right the entire time, and that I don't deserve the legal sanctions placed against me that prevent my upward economic mobility. I now again say that the restrictions, the social credit system that the Lee County sheriffs have enacted on me that prevents me from obtaining high paying jobs, I'm entirely blameless for the lack of upward economic mobility that I face. I'm entirely blameless. It is entirely a product of the corrupt and flawed system that the literal offspring consuming elites of this world force us all to suffer under. This is entirely an orchestrated system meant to prevent people like me from having upward economic mobility, no matter how hard we work. And that's because we're not complicit in the offspring consumption of the diddler elites of the world. That would be why I have no upward economic mobility. I have no upward economic mobility because that is by design, by this corrupt system that all of you are complicit in, which has imposed literal social credit on me. Okay, I'm a victim of the social credit system of the corrupt Lee County Sheriff's Department that has removed my ability to apply. I'm a victim of the social credit system of the corrupt Lee County court system, okay? I'm a victim of the corrupt social credit system